Every day that school is in session here in Fairhaven, we close down 3rd Street, which is a street that connects Fairhaven Road with Hance Road. And we do this in the morning when the children are going to school, and in the afternoon when school is dismissed. When we do this so they can have a free and safe transition across town.
Fairhaven is a unique community. It's a small community. The schooling doesn't provide busing for the kids, so all the kids have to either walk or bike to school.
I've only lived in the community for 4 years, but we moved here because in part of the bike-friendly culture. I have 3 young sons, and this was something that was incredibly appealing to us as a family, to be able to get to and from school by bike every day.
We have a great police department that shuts down 3rd Street, which is the main venue or the main avenue that goes across the entire town. So the entire community is aware that during certain hours, that road is off limits, and it gives children the opportunity to really move safely.
Well, going back about 18 years ago, they passed an ordinance where we would close 3rd Street. And since then, we put signs up. The crossing guards put the barricades out each day. In the morning from 7:30 to 8:30, then 2:30 to 3:30, and we block it off. The residents, for the most part, accepted it and are very willing to cooperate with it.
Student safety, number one. Every decision we make here, obviously we're trying to do great things instructionally, but student safety is always number one, even just within the buildings and the normal 9 to 3 day, but specifically that door-to-door transportation piece. So making sure that our students, that we've taken every precaution necessary to make sure that our students are arriving and departing school safely and getting to their next destination, whether it's home, friend's house.
There are a lot of factors involved to make this transition to bicycling to school smooth and safe. We start during our student orientations for new students and let them know that this is an expectation in our community.
From the engineering perspective, 3rd Street is located directly in the center of town. Connects all the other local roads and the county routes that are surrounding the town. By closing it, it doesn't really affect, the normal course of operations. For Public Works and the residents, we understand that the road is closed in the morning and the afternoons, and we work around it. The few extra minutes it takes, it really provides a safe route for the kids to get to school.
The 3rd Street approach and the sacrifice that people are willing to make by having that road closed several times a day is all about trying to make a safe place for our children and make it a great place to raise a family.
So we have a tradition called Transition Day, where our 3rd graders from Sickle School bike here to Knollwood School to become 4th graders officially.
It's a celebratory day, and as you can see, the energy is incredible, but I think it's something, once a kindergartner or a 1st grader learns of Transition Day, they see their first Transition Day, they're really looking forward to it. And it's ingrained in the culture, the fact that the 4th graders ride down to come and get them and symbolically say, okay guys, you're now with us, you're in the big school, really helps a lot of the kids who say may be afraid of going into the big school. So that anxiety and that apprehension is pretty much eliminated. And that kind of culturally in our town speaks a great deal to how we take care of one another.
It's very exciting. Our 3rd grade students actually ride their bicycles across 3rd Street, and they go to Knollwood for an orientation. But what's really exciting is to watch the support and love of not only the families of the students, but also all of their neighbors. They line up on 3rd Street with different signs. They've decorated the street with sidewalk chalk. Sometimes you'll hear music playing. Sometimes you'll see balloons, blowing in the wind. And as kids try to ride up that hill, it's a little bit steep. They're encouraged and everyone cheers them on. When they leave Sickles, we have a big trolley here. We have music blasting. We have students outside with signs cheering their friends on. And the whole day is just built upon a lot of excitement, a lot of hope, and it's interesting to watch them actually make that, literally, the transition to the new school.
Well, I think this is something that you have to grow organically. You have to have your Board of Education, your police department on board. I think you need to have a good planner, and you need to plan out how this will actually work.
So working closely with the borough to make sure that we have the police infrastructure, the crossing guard training and infrastructure to know that we can count on this as an everyday piece. This would not work, for instance, if people were forgetting to put the horses up at 3rd Street to close them down, if we had crossing guards who weren't as committed to this as they are.
But I think it's one of the good things that the school board and the borough do well together, that we've worked well together to provide a safe route for our kids to go to school It ties the community and the school district together and really provides a sense of place and community for our students and parents. Standing here in the middle of all these bikes, whether it's here or at Sickle School, it's amazing to see how many kids ride their bikes to school. And it's not just kids, you see their parents riding with them. It really is a cool thing. It brings home that sense of community that Fairhaven is and that everyone feels as soon as you move here.